I am back at the Lake of Dreams, arguably one of my favourite places to be. About a year ago, myself, Dean, and obviously Carp Tech got our heads together and we released a raffle, and all that money was going to go to two charities, which we'll touch on later on in the video. 129,000 tickets sold. We raised in excess of £1,000 for these two charities, and the three lucky winners are here for the next 48 hours to see what they can do on the Lake of Dreams. It's all a dream to people like myself, and I'm sure a lot of you watching this, to own a lake, but we're actually going to touch base with Dean, and I'm going to sit down with him, pick his brains, and sort of understand what it is to own a beautiful private venue like this. It's called the Lake of Dreams for a reason. So, before we start this video, guys, give us a thumbs up, make sure you comment down below, smash that subscribe button so you don't miss any videos going forward, and hopefully myself, Brad, and the guys here on the lake, and obviously Dean as well and Karen, can bring you an absolute banger. I'll see you in a bit. So the draw's done. We went old school, if you like, and we got some, I said, have we got a straw to, Karen, she said, no, I ain't got a straw, but I've got some kebab sticks. So I've literally got this kebab stick. I've broken it up into three different lengths. Obviously the smallest length was obviously to pick first, medium, second, and obviously the biggest was third. First, second, third. Yeah, good luck everybody, and fingers crossed, yeah.
Good luck, guys.
I'll shake your hand as well, man. Good luck, good luck. Good luck. Oh, the twitchy bit now. Now, Simon, like I mentioned, pulled out first. He opted to go in peg 3, and then both Ians, so Ian Rawlins went in the middle and the other Ian has went down this end of the lake in peg 1. It's quite apparent there's a lot of fish over by that jetty. Obviously we've just done the intro over there and it is milking. It's like chocolate milkshake over there. There's a lot of fish down this end, so if my money's on someone getting a quick bite in the first bite, I would say it's going to be Ian down this end of the lake in peg 1. But I just want to give them their space over the duration of the next sort of couple of hours from the setup, digest what's going on, lock onto the water, find their spots, put some bait out and work off the back of that. Also, we're going to pop down to Total Fishing Tackle as well. I think we might do that later on this afternoon. So again, come down with us, and it's one of our stockists as well. And I'll show you the pucker bait standing there, and it's got this big fancy fish tank in there as well, and there's carp swimming around in there. I think some barbecue food is coming very soon, which I'm looking forward to, because if you know me, I do like my food. I'm turning into a bit of a nosser, but I'm a happy nosser, should we say that? But yeah, it makes me so, although I'm not fishing, me and my Brad have been here, you turn up, we just look at each other like, mate, this place is just absolutely incredible. Like, does it get much better than this? You've got your house, and within 20 yards, you've got a lake. Now, get in the comments down below. Is this a bit of you? Is it not a bit of you? 40 pounders in your back garden. Now, I think it's around 2 o'clock, and as you can see, I'm in the shade because it is absolutely boiling. It's really, really hot, but the vibe, very chilled. We've just had some food. Karen and Dean just put on a lovely barbecue. We had hot dogs, these burgers. We had cheese and just lovely, absolutely lovely. David Levy's just popped down as well, which is good friends with Dean, also someone else who fishes the Lake of Dreams. So that was nice for him to pop down and all have a nice chat. We've literally just been sat there, like I said, real chilled, lovely vibes, and that is what it's all about. It's not all about the fishing. But in a second, we're going to pop down to Total Fishing Tackle. It's not far from where we are. And we're going to pop down there, and basically, I've not been in the shop since it's under new ownership. So I'm looking forward to seeing what it's all about and also seeing the Parker Bait stand. So without further ado, I think the next time you'll probably see us now will be down Total Fishing Tackle. So I'll see you there. Right then guys, you join me in Total Fishing Tackle, and my God, am I blown away. They've got a tank in here with 2 carp in here. There's a koi and there's a mirror. And the gentleman who helps run the shop has come over and he's like, I've just put in a few, he goes, it's funny, we've been feeding him a little bit of mini mix pellet. So we're at Parker Baits, we offer a pellet, which consists of 5 different pellets from 1 all the way to 2 mil. Now you can come into Total Fish and Tackle and you can actually try before you buy when it comes to their bait boats. Now I don't think anybody in the country is doing that, which I think is brilliant. Let's be honest, if you're spending 2, 3, 4, 5 upwards on a bait boat, in my eyes, I would like to try it before I buy it, and that you can do here at Total Fish and Tackle. You know, you've got Titanic's cousin in front of me over there. It's absolutely, Brad's creasing up behind the camera. It's absolutely massive. I mean, you could probably immigrate overseas on that if you wanted to. But also, one thing I will say, in the tank, they've got like the Fox, I think they're Fox Halo markers, or there's markers in there, so you can actually understand how a marker works as well. Although they're at a slight angle, it's still nice to see. We couldn't possibly touch on everything, but what I am going to do is touch on a few of the brands around the shop and obviously go over the Parker Bait stand. So yeah, to say I'm impressed is probably a bit of an understatement. Well, this is what happens to carp when you eat the OG fish. Look at that, mate. Oh no, it don't work. What's that? Oh, I'm all right, mate, yeah. So we've got your usual suspects here at Total Fish and Tackle, and we're going to touch on them right now. We're going to kick it off with Tracker. So Navitas as well, and you have got the full shebang. The 2 Fs, Fox and Fortis. So you've got Nash. When you walk into this section of the shop, you've even got bivvy set up, bed chairs, corder, and lots more. A full rod display to have a good feel of your rod. There's an upstairs. We won't be touching on that today because I'm already dripping like an egg sandwich and it's about 40 degrees up there anyway. On to the next bit. Some of my good friends over at Evolve, but also here at Total Fish and Tackle. PB Products, Thinking Anglers, ESP, Gardener, and then more reels than the reel shop's got, if I'm honest with you. There's loads, absolutely loads. The freshest bait in the game, baby, and my God, does it make me smile. And also a privilege to be in Total Fish and Tackle. Now, we're not the only bait company here. You've got Sticky, Mainline, there's Elevate Baits, you've got Pulse, DNA, the list truly does go on. But obviously going back to the Parker Baits, we've obviously got both of our flat spots. We've got our fruity flat spot and we've also got our monster crab flat spot. The monster crab one's definitely not wife friendly. Have a little sniff of the bottle when you come into store and tell me I'm wrong. We've got our full liquid food range. So just touching on a couple of them and my favourites, the Calanus is doing bits at the moment and the hot chili. Moving just up from that, we've also got our Magic Dust as well. Now quickly touching on that, Magic Dust, OG Fish Magic Dust, 27 different food particles, 17 different spices. And I like to say the salt and pepper of the bait world, just a little bit of applying to whether that be your particle, your boilies, and even supercharging your hook baits. The Magic Dust has got you covered. Moving on to the OG Fruit and Nut, you've got 25 different food particles, peanut proteins in there, blood plasmas. That's just me touching on a couple. Very stimulating to fish. And something that we dropped early stages of Parker Baits and people went, oh, Magic Dust, and then they bought it and they kept coming back for more and more and more and more. We've got all of our hook baits you could possibly imagine, including our hardened hookers, our match of the hatches, and obviously our magic beans as well. Moving down from that, our OG fish pellet, our mini mix pellet, which is perfect for the PVA bag scenario, and finishing it off with our fruit and nut pellet. We've got both of our ranges, so OG fish and OG fruit and nut, available in 14s and 18s, and also in 1 kg bags and 5 kg bags as well. And finishing it off with Parker's Particle. This is new to our range. It's also very convenient and they're in shelf life jars as well. Something that you can put at the back of your van or back of your car when it goes off at a lake and just go and quickly grab a jar. Being that it's shelf life, it's just so convenient. We've got our buckwheat, our Nossa nuts, our pure maize, our sexy spog mix, and finishing it off with our hemp and mace. The full Parker Baits range. If you want to come in and support me and my family, come over to the Parker Baits stand and have a little go and get your hands on the freshest bait in the game. So we are back down the Lake of Dreams and I've got myself a nice cold Coke Zero, and I tell you what, it is heaven in my mouth at the moment, I'm not going to lie. First when we done come back, I said to Brad, let me get a cold Coke. It's definitely on the cards that. But welcome back. it really was lovely to be down Turtle Fishing Tackle, and a shop like no other. I'm not going to lie, I think it's, well, like the word is, incredible. It's just a big old shop with everything you could possibly imagine, and Aladdin's cave for fishermen as a general. What I think it would be nice to do is just touch base with Simon and both Ians. No fish have come out since we've been gone. Obviously, it was just myself, Brad, and obviously Dean that went to Turtle Fishing Tackle. So I think it'd be lovely now to just touch base. And I've just looked over the back there. Simon's just whacked an absolute banger. He's just cast a spommon over, and that was about a foot from the that sort of back margin bit, which is, it does do bites up, Dean's. It truly does. That back bit. Now, I'll touch on that a little bit. So when Dean's expanded the lake and wanted to sort of create a little bit of difference in the water, he's put the scoop in and he's dug. So you've got like this gully. So obviously the scoop can only go out so far. So he's scooped like this. So you've got it, so it sort of goes deep up against the margin, comes back up again and then goes down. So then fish do patrol in that sort of gully all the way across that back bit. And like I said, he's just hit that spom over there and it's just landed absolutely on the money over there. And if he gets a rig on top of that, that is a bite. So like I said, let's go around, let's touch base, let's see what they're doing and pick their brains a little bit. I think it's going to be quite interesting because Ian down this end earlier, we see some fish vortex, and when we walk back, we walk down the back end of the lake and walk round, said hello when we come back to the rig. Like I said, come back, get a drink. And we definitely see fish. There's like sets of, I don't know how to describe that, almost like trampolines, a small trampoline size of lilies. There's one directly to his left, and there's one probably another 10 wraps up, and they're twitching like that. I even see a carp, and then we see a big common bolt off the spot. Clear as day, there it was, it sort of bolted off the spot. So there's clearly is fish down this end. So let's go around and have a chat. Right, first of all, Ian, I'm going to shake your hand, mate, and say well done as well, because 129,000 people bought tickets and you were one of 3 people that won. I can't get my head around that. I still remember to this day, I think we probably maybe a year ago or whatever it was, I called you and you were like, what? I don't even remember buying the tickets. Like,
no, I didn't, to be fair.
First impressions, mate, what's your thoughts on the Lake of Dreams?
Oh, it's unreal, mate, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, you pull through that gate, I mean, the first thing that hits you is the lake straight away, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's a dream place, isn't it?
Oh, that'd be nice on camera,
right.
wouldn't it?
Yeah. It's that little spot where we just see that fish going, so yeah, no, it's lovely, isn't it? It's amazing.
100%, mate. I mean, the stock in here, just where you are, you feel on your own, you feel safe. It's just different gravy down here.
It ain't just the lake, is it? It's like, I mean, you look behind you at the views and that, and you just think, oh,
you know,
the guy's living the dream, isn't he?
Oh, 100%. 100%. If you could build a venue or drop a venue anywhere in the world, you'd literally drop the house, drop the lake, and go, I'll have that anywhere and be very happy for the rest of your life. Well,
you won the lottery and they said, right, you can buy anything, you'd go, yeah, well, I'll do that.
Yeah, 100%.
It's done, yeah.
100%. So, without chewing your ears off too much, what have you went in with, mate, in regards to approach? What have you done, if you don't mind me asking?
I mean, I ain't no terrier, and so it could be wrong, could be right, but Dean obviously said he feeds them with pellet a lot.
Yeah.
So, because I don't get fish fry too regularly either, I've gone with like a mixture of your pellet and your boilie, just straight in, with a few flat spots and a bit of your liquid calanus, I think it was. Mixed all that up, put it out there. Because the water's a bit cloudy, I thought I'll fish more on smell rather than sight. I'm assuming they're not used to seeing bright baits and they ain't going to really look at that and go, oh, I want that.
100%
so I've
agree.
gone for sort of a match the hatch sort of approach with it, hoping to sort of snare them on the fact of they'll come over what they think is just normal pellet that's been fed by the lake owner, and then pick up, match the hatch, trip up. Fingers crossed it does the do.
Fingers crossed, mate. So you've went for sort of primarily quite a big baited spot. Now I love this because you're quite savvy, because you said to me a minute ago, I'm going to rest it a little bit. I noticed you topped up with a couple of spoms and you've just left it. I mean, just running back, guys, from my personal experience here at the Lake of Dreams, I've never done very well in that first 24 hours. Every time I come up here, I like my bait, I like giving them a bit of bait, and you're almost writing off that first 24 hours, and then the action started sort of.
It's flat out there now, look.
Yeah, look at that. And as
And
we've
that's
said
on the
that, there's a
spot.
flat spot coming up on the spot right now as we speak. But as I was saying, the bites have come on that second day, sort of going into after that first 24 hours. So it's going to be interesting to see how it pans out over the next couple of days, for sure, for sure. You seen much?
Not really, to be fair. I say you guys walked past here, didn't you? And said they're knocking literally down here, and I was like, that's the only bit I can't see.
Yeah,
so I've been sort of having a scan about, but no, I ain't seen bundles. There was a lot of fizzing on this margin, wasn't there, when we got here this morning? And a lot of clouding up, which was why I chose this one.
Second in the draw?
Yeah,
and this would have been your first pick, tell me if I'm wrong, because I mean you thought Simon was going to pick this peg, didn't you? And he actually went up the other end, and the only place we saw fish was just off the jetty, didn't we? And it was obvious, big vortexes. We even see a couple of shows, didn't we, as well? Like you said, mudding up on the right.
Yeah, bundles.
So yeah, fingers crossed, mate. I really do. I wish you all the best over the duration next 48 hours, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I can't wait, mate. To be honest,
just one bite to do, wasn't it? You know,
100%. I think we said
that's
earlier,
the main thing.
100%. One out of here is an achievement, mate. For sure.
100%. Yeah,
for sure. Well, I'll let you get on, mate, and I'm going to pop down to see the other lads, and fingers crossed myself and Brad are coming round tonight, and you've got an absolute nosser in the net, mate.
Yeah,
that'd be...
next 10 minutes or so.
Oh, yeah, that'd be better. For sure.
Happy days.
Right then, guys, you join me with Ian now, and we've sort of called this the point peg, haven't we, mate?
Yeah.
And I think, was it you come out third in the draw?
Yeah,
third in the draw, but we had a chat, me and you, before we even started. You were like, I fancy that
this
middle
one,
peg.
I like this
You've
one.
actually got in your first choice, haven't you?
Yeah.
So, obviously, I gave you the call. I just said to Ian down there, 129,000 people bought tickets, and you were one of the lucky 3 that obviously got on the Lake of Dreams. What was your first impressions, mate, when you turned up today, when you see the lake for the first time?
It's definitely got the right name, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's definitely got the right name. I mean, it's just amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. It's so peaceful. There's just nothing around, is there?
Yeah, it's peaceful. You've got the fish in front of you. You've got the setting. Like you said, it's quiet. What more do you want from a lake, really? It's
not a lot. I mean, if you had to design a lake, it wouldn't be much different than this.
Oh, 100%. 100% agreed. And if you don't mind touching on very quickly, mate, what you've done, what your approach has been since you've been here.
I just spotted out some spod mix.
Yeah.
I've got a hardened hooker on my left rod. I've got a popper on my right.
So mixing it up.
Yeah, mixing it up, and then later on tonight, I did ask him if you can put zigs out, so I think tonight I might pull that right one in and stick a zig on it and see what happens.
You know what, mate, that's not a bad shout at all. Let's be honest, I said it has been freaking hot, hasn't it?
Yeah,
today?
it's been over the 30s, hasn't it?
Yeah, I've never witnessed heat quite like it, to be honest, up here. I've never been up here when it's this hot, and I think that could be a tactical change. That could work in your favour, mate, for sure.
Now the wind's blowing, it's cooling it down, isn't it? So.
Yeah, for sure. Well, good luck, mate, over the duration of the next couple of days. Hopefully myself and Brad are popping round, mate, and you've got a few 40s in the
well, it would be nice. It would be nice, wouldn't it? It's a long old drive to go home with nothing.
Nah, fingers crossed for you, mate. Right, so you join me down the other end of the lake now with Simon. And how the tables have turned, mate, with the wind now. It's gone the complete opposite direction. It's absolutely hammering down here. And I have been sweating all day, mate, and it's like, it's lovely.
Mate, tell me about it. It's been like cooking corner here.
Yeah, it really has.
This wind's nice, and like you say, it's trickling down here. Hopefully it'll bring
a few carp with it, mate.
A few carp along with it, yeah.
First impressions, mate, when you turned up today, when you've turned up, when you drove in at the back, what was your first impressions of the Lake of Dreams?
Mate, stunning. Words don't describe it unless you're here, really, to be
100%,
fair.
100%.
It's, wow, you know, come in, got out the car, just took one look at the lake and went, Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean, to have something like this in what's technically your back garden, is just phenomenal, isn't it?
Yeah, mate. It's like it still does this.
I mean, I should imagine every angler's dream, really. Do you know what I mean?
100% agree with you, mate. I mean, the same with my end. I mean, I've been up here multiple times now at Dean's over the years, and I still pull in, mate, and it still makes me smile. Yeah. I'm not even fishing, mate, and I was buzzing for it this morning, and hopefully you can nick a few. So, come out first in the draw, mate, didn't you, this morning?
Yeah, I didn't manage that.
Yeah.
I'll slip with 20 quid later.
No, I was going to say, yeah, you did, but he didn't. He definitely didn't.
I wasn't meant to tell him.
But you opted to go in peg 3, which is tail end of the lake. Obviously the house is the other side.
Yeah.
And like I said, and I mentioned at the beginning of when we started this clip, the wind this morning was going down the complete opposite end towards the house, and like I said, how the tables are turned. Now it's coming down this end and it looks absolutely mega, mate, for it now. It really does. How have you went in and what's been your approach? Oh, wouldn't that be nice?
On the camera, yeah. My approach, solid bag.
Yeah.
And then I put some 468mm pellets with a mix of OG fish, fruit and nut.
Yeah.
With some chili sauce over the top.
Love that.
Bit of magic dust. Bit of flat spot.
Yeah.
The garlic one. I like the garlic one.
Stinks, mate.
We're going to have to talk. I need some of that.
No problem.
That stuff, mate, I was shocked.
Yeah.
That is nice.
Yeah,
I
it
like,
really is.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
a strong-
I like the smell of that.
Yeah, that garlic is very expensive, but a naughty, naughty product, mate. It truly is.
No, that's nice.
I'm glad you like it,
I was
mate.
chatting to my mate earlier. I said, he put some garlic flat spot in here. I said, I'm going to have words with him. I'm going to find out how I can get some of that.
Yeah, mate, yeah.
Because
we'll have a chat, yeah.
that is nice. I definitely want some of that.
So what did you say? You put that in your mix or just injected it in your bag?
I injected some in my bag initially, and that was all I put out to start with.
Right.
And now I've just mixed up another mix, and I've squirted some on the mix, and I've just spotted out over the top.
Love that. Love
Just
that.
to try and freshen it up and put a bit more bait in the area.
Seen much down here today, or in regards to fish?
Well, when we were talking earlier, there was something creeping around the back of the pads there.
Yeah.
A few little shows, but I think they're small stuff over in the corner.
Yeah.
So I've got one out towards the middle mushroom tree.
Yes. Yes. Spot. Yeah.
And one towards that mushroom tree over there in the corner.
Love that.
About half a rod length off.
I'm not going to lie, I made a comment down there. I see you spawn and I went, oh my God, that's on the money, mate. It was about that far off the bank, one of them, and it went bang. And I goes to Brad, I'm like, if you can get a rod on that, which I'm sure you have, mate, that is a bite. That is a bite.
I have. I had it on good authority that that's a good area.
And I've got to say, mate, just before we end, you're a bit of a winner, aren't you? I tell you, I goes, obviously 129,000 people bought tickets. He goes, this ain't my first rodeo, mate. I've won bait boats. I've won multiple bait boats. Do you mind touching on that? Because I find it fascinating, mate. I've never really won much in my...
Will the missus see this?
Will the missus see this?
No, I won't send you the link.
Love that. So what have you won? What have you won? Because I mean, just for the audience, I mean, you said earlier you've won multiple bait boats from certain different, giveaway sites.
Mainly one.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Intrepid bait boats, Hunter 750s, ND2s, RT7, 2RS, Trucker RS, Broly systems,
Still going.
Bezier rods, 2 sets of Bezier reels, Stockist Tech 1 mm times 3, Foxy 1 mm times 2, about 250 kilo bait, quarter spring bow landing net.
2 hours later.
Loads and loads and loads of other stuff like tackle pouches, tackle boxes,
That's unbelievable.
brew kits,
Unbelievable.
all sorts.
I think they're definitely you're just a winner, mate.
I won't go that far.
You are. No, you are.
I'll be a winner if I go land a fish today.
100% over the next 48 hours, mate. That would be the ultimate. But like I said, if you're that lucky, hopefully your luck on the Lake of Dreams, mate, nails an absolute knotter pig. That would be the ultimate scenario.
Oh, absolutely,
it truly would.
yeah.
And I've got everything crossed on my body, mate, for you over the next couple of days, and we'll touch base throughout. And fingers crossed, myself and Brad are coming round, and hopefully you've got something incredible in the net, mate. So fingers crossed.
With a bit of luck, yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Ah, mate, I'll be the first one. I want that big leather out of here.
Yeah, that would be the ultimate. That would be the ultimate.
Even if it's just to upset a certain angler. You've done a little bit, did a piece, didn't you? About it.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
a mate tagged me in it, so I sent it to my missus. She went, 129,000. She goes, how lucky are you? I went,
Mate, that's what I'm saying. I'm not just bringing up. Like I said, when you say that number, 129,000 people have bought tickets, and you're one of 3. That's not.
It's just phenomenal.
The odds are not great. Are
Like I
they?
say, I mean,
But
obviously, the first time I heard about it was when you phoned,
Yeah.
and I'd completely forgotten all about it, and I thought, you obviously left me a voicemail because I missed your call, and I was like, thought that had been drawn ages ago. And thought I just assumed I hadn't won.
Yeah, for sure.
And like, yeah.
Well, you certainly did, and in a big way, mate, and here you are.
Mate. Yeah. What a prize.
Yeah, 100%.
What a prize.
100%.
I mean, if I could pick this up and take it home, we've had a garden big enough.
Love that.
Do you know what I mean? See if I can fit that in the boot of the car.
Nah, thanks very much, mate. So
no, pleasure.
There he is. There's Simon, and definitely a character, should we say? So yeah, looking forward. Hopefully, mate, you can nail a few whackers for sure.
Keep it all crossed.
Can we just pop down the shop and get a few lottery tickets now?
Yeah, mate. Do you know what? I need to put it on because it's the 200 million euro millions, isn't it, tonight?
I mean, I'll happily drive down the shop and get us all a ticket, mate. If you're going to pick the numbers and do the do, like no problem.
I don't know. I've got set numbers and I don't do any good on that. Big prizes, I don't seem to win, honestly.
Well, there you go. Right, so I'm normally used to a pot noodle, but tonight Brad has went in and I've got sexy chicken with a bit of cheese on there, and we've got some Nando's sauce. We've got a steak, and we're going to go half seas on that. Got to get the 5 a day in there, haven't we? So we got some salad. I can't even pronounce it. I don't eat it. Some couscous, and also a roll there. So now this has got olives in. So we thought we'd be fancy, didn't we, today, Brad? And I don't know what they are, but I'd rather eat my own face than eat one of them. That is absolutely disgusting. Get in the comments down below and let me know what you think, but I'm not a fan of cherry tomatoes. No. So, anyway. Oh, I want an apple juice. As you can see, apple juice. So, yeah, lovely jubbly. Dinner with a view, foodie bits on this week's video, and I am in heaven. And Brad will be in a minute when he eats them things. Right, well, it's been a great day, but it's also been a long day as well. I've been up since about 4:30, 5 o'clock this morning, so I'm lagging a little bit, to be honest. It's just gone 10 o'clock now. We had some lovely food this evening. I know I made the joke, but that chicken burger was absolutely awesome with that a little bit of garlic Nando's, peri. Oh, it was lovely. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Like I said, foodie bits with a view. Everybody's happy around the lake, and like I said, it's definitely time for bed. Hopefully you see us very soon with like I say, an absolute nosser pig. There's plenty to be had, but it's whether the lads can make it happen around the lake. So, for now, time for bed, but hopefully see you soon. If not, we'll touch base with you in the morning.
Yeah, not that. Coming in. The thing is, I'll guide it towards you over there. It's going to be
He's
on
in.
the jet, isn't it?
He's in. Fair
Really?
enough. Well
Gosh,
done, mate.
happy days.
Well done. Absolutely brilliant.
Is she any good? That's a nice one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a nice one.
It's 20, isn't it?
Right, it's a fucking fish.
So there it is, 26.2, and the first one at the Lake of Dreams.
Happy days.
Happy days, mate. So boom, there it is, all 26, 2 of her, and what a banger, mate. Proper one, that.
Yeah, decent.
Hopefully the first of many, mate.
Fingers crossed, mate. Take another one, that's for sure.
Right, well, not just the morning, but a very lovely morning down in Peg 1. Ian's managed to make it happen, and yeah, we got a little bit of the fight in that. He's had to come round because it's kind of went back behind the lilies. So obviously you can't do this on every lake, but for fish care, he's obviously went round because he didn't want to start yanking them through the lilies. So he's just come round, and as he's done that, they've come out the back of the lilies, and I think it was Simon who actually landed the carp for him on the jetty. So yeah, magical moment this morning, and I'm smiling from ear to ear. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not even fishing, but I'm just buzzing for him, and I'm just glad we're off the mark. Is this the first of many? I hope so. 26.2, first one of the session. Happy bloody days. Now we're going to touch base with Ian very soon and see exactly how he's nailed the nosser. Well, I've got to say, mate, fair play to you. First one of the Lake of Dreams. I was a little bit worried this morning. I'm thinking, right, nothing's come out through the night. Please something happened. And it was, we're in. And me and my bald mate, we ran round very quickly. We come over, we managed to nick a bit of footage, and Yeah, you made it happen. So do you want to talk over a little bit about the spot, the bait you used, your approach? Because that wasn't, because obviously yesterday you said about putting 2 rods on a spot, fishing them over the bait. That's what you were confident in, and then you've seen signs of, just tell me if I'm wrong, and then you've acted upon it.
I was sitting here yesterday and I was thinking it's quiet, there ain't nothing really happening on the spot. I was thinking maybe I've stuck too much bait on that spot and committed to it. And as I was looking out, I literally, in between the lilies over here and the aerator that they've got, I see a mirror just literally just pop its head straight up, straight back down. So straight away I thought, right, well, I'm going to get my leading rod out and just try as discreetly as I can, just try and find something. Literally first cast out there, it just cracked down, pulled it back, and it was just like, like, so I thought, right, that's clear. A couple of more just round it just to make sure, and it's still quite clear, and you've just told me there's a bar out there, isn't there? So I've obviously landed on that first time, which must have been where it showed. So I just literally put 5 spoms on it. I thought I ain't gonna go mad because I filled it in on the other one, it ain't done any bites. So I put 5 spoms on it, got my rig on that, and then when I was tightening down to it yesterday, it was slackening and slackening. So I think I was maybe coming off the bar.
Almost the distance led rolling down.
It felt like, because I had a dumpy pair on, it just felt like it was still, it should tighten straight away, shouldn't it? And obviously then it was loosening a bit, and I was like, I left it overnight, which I probably shouldn't have done. Got up this morning and thought, Joe, I'm going to put a flat pair on that and make sure I get the crack.
Right.
Done that at about 6 o'clock this morning, and then, what was it, 8 o'clock?
And you said you tightened up to that, and it
Tightened up, and
straight.
that was tight, yeah. So I knew that was, it weren't.
Good
But we're being
mate.
a flat pair, even if it's on the edge, it's like, it ain't going to roll off, is it?
I totally get it, yeah, very clever.
Yeah, done that. Didn't put no more spoms over it because I knew the bait was out there. And then, yeah, a couple of hours later, the other boys was up here just having a morning chat, a cup of tea, and then I had 3 beeps on it. And I said to one of the lads, I went, I don't know if I've just been done there. And one of the boys was telling a story, and I was thinking, come on, mate, hurry up, I want to pull that rod in and reset it. And so I was sitting there thinking, oh mate, I've got to get this rod in because I think I've been done here and it could be sitting there ever. And thanks to his story, it didn't come in.
He's recovered that, so when the boys watch it back, they're going to go, you. Oh no,
I said
it's all right.
to him a minute ago when he was round there, I said to him, I was actually going to bring that in. I said, but your story, I was waiting. And he was telling the story and it just went off.
Love that.
And
screamer, like?
It was like a gentle sort of take into like a, but you see it, as soon as I lifted the rod up, it was tail warping round the back of the lilies.
Oh, I'm gutted we didn't get
and
that
it went round the back, and it actually came so far round, it came back round the front, which is why I had to head round the bank, because I thought I'm never pulling that through, because it literally had the whole lily bed. It had gone round one side and back round the other, so yeah, we walked round there. Luckily the other boys were here. They walked round the net and obviously give you the shout. We ended up netting it on the complete opposite side of the bank, didn't we? So.
But I would say, mate, on your defence, I think it's good fish care as well. Instead of yanking it back through the lilies, you've acted upon it straight away. You've went round and bang, the fish has come out. It's about using your brain.
Yeah, you was never going to pull it through.
Yeah,
I mean, I've fished a lot of snaky waters anyway, so I know like once it goes round, there's no point trying to pull it. You'll just all you do is you'll end up snapping up, and then the fish is tethered, and then you lose the fish. You've got to go out in the boat and recover it. It's just it's no good all round, is it? So
for sure. So managed to make it happen, mate, and hopefully this is the first of many. I think one thing that I will take away from this conversation, and me and Ian had this conversation yesterday, and he's just mentioned it there about the fish coming up and then coming back down, but not actually making a noise.
Yeah, if you weren't watching, you would never have known. There weren't even a ring.
Exactly
it was
that.
Literally straight up, straight down, and see it out the front of the other boys' swim yesterday. I think the other Ian. I was literally walking to the van to get something, stopped to talk to him. And literally the same thing happened. If you weren't looking at it, you would never have known. It was just straight up, straight down. No rings, no noise, no nothing. So
whether you're here, wherever you're fishing in the country, the importance of locking onto the water and observing, digesting what's going in front of you, instead of being there watching a YouTube video or flicking through Facebook or whatever that may be, can put fish on the bank and maybe make you move a rod and put it on that showing fish. But like you said, you would not have seen that because it didn't make any noise. So yeah, something definitely to maybe implementing your own angle if you're not doing that already. Watch the water, observe what's going on in front of you, and digest what's going on in front of you. But mate, hopefully, like I said, first of many, and well done on the capture, mate.
I mean, add to that, there's a good chance that he's probably the one that I see show. Because
You said that?
It was a mirror, and I said, that's probably a mid-20 that's just shown there. And then that mirror was, what, 26?
26 too, mid-20.
So
yeah.
there's a good possibility that is, because I only see the head and shoulders, so obviously with that mark on it, if it had come further, I'd have definitely known, but it didn't come that far out.
When was that? When did you see that? Yesterday?
That's yesterday, yeah. Yeah, yesterday afternoon, about probably 3, 4 o'clock. And like I say, Reed done the rod this morning, so for all I know, if it weren't fishing on the spot overnight, you know what I mean? So that was bad, really. I should have really.
Well, we live and learn, mate. Completely different conditions to yesterday as well. Yesterday it was absolutely scorcher, wasn't it, at this point?
Oh, it was ridiculous.
And it's cool now. You've got a lovely breeze. It's trickling down this end of the lake. It's just
wouldn't have had
right,
a jumper on yesterday, would we?
Nah. For sure.
No chance, mate.
For sure. Well, thanks for that, mate. I appreciate your time. And like I said, hopefully it's the first of many.
Fingers crossed, mate, yeah, hopefully.
Fingers crossed. Right then, guys, I mentioned at the beginning of the video, 129,000 people bought tickets to try and fish the Lake of Dreams. Now, as we promised, all the money was going to go to 2 great charities. Now, you join me with Rachel from the Pussycat Lodge, and £650 we're obviously going to be sending over to them. But Rachel, first of all, shake your hand. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you,
Pleasure.
Ben. Yeah.
And could you just touch on a little bit about the charity and where the money's going? It'd be really interesting to sort of know.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Well, we're a local rescue, cat rescue. So we rescue cats, kittens, take them in, deal with any health concerns, nurse back to health if required, and then we look for the perfect homes for them, for their forever homes.
Yeah.
So we're locally based in Brentwood at the moment, and we rescue cats from throughout sort of South Essex, providing we've got space. A lot of people don't know, but at the moment we are actually in quite a stray cat crisis.
Okay.
And unless you're involved in cat rescue, you don't really understand the situation that we're in at the moment, which is there is far more strays that need help than there are rescue spaces, but also homes that those cats can then go to. And we are overrun with inquiries from people for all different reasons.
Busy lady.
Yeah, well, actually, it's our warden Andrea that deals with most of that, but she is a very busy lady. But she's probably getting at least maybe 10 calls a day at times.
A day?
Yeah.
Wow.
Or emails, inquiries through the website where people either in a financial situation where they can't look after the cats anymore, which a lot of people unfortunately are facing that situation these days. Some people have to leave their animals behind when they move.
Sure.
There's people who need to go into care or have passed away and have left their animals behind, and families can't take them in, so they need space. Yeah. And then, of course, there's the ones that are just being fed by people in the neighbourhood, and they're being looked after, they're being fed, but their medical needs aren't being taken care of.
Totally
and then they get to a
that.
point where someone's contacting rescue saying, oh, this cat's limping, or this cat's hurt his eye, or he's got a big wound on his neck, can you help?
Yeah.
And by that point, a rescue needs to step in.
Take control, for sure.
And unfortunately, there's so many cats that are unneutered, so they're breeding much quicker than they can possibly be rescued. Wow. So actually, it is quite a dire situation that we're all in at the moment. But I say, unless you're involved in it, you don't realise. No, and people don't realise unless they're looking for a rescue space. And they're contacting everyone, and they're all saying, no, we're full, we'll put you on a waiting list.
Right.
But it could be months before a space comes up, depending
amazing.
on... So yeah, sorry, I went off on a bit of a tangent about
I love it,
that,
mate.
but
it really
that's
is
why
fascinating.
the cat rescues, and probably the same with dogs as well, is so important to our communities at the moment, because we're the only people, not Pussycat Lodge, but cat rescues in general, including us, are the only people that can offer space to help those animals. And if, we're basically, this leads into where your money's going to go to, because we've been located at the property of the lady who actually founded Pussycat Lodge, which was over 25 years ago now.
Oh, that's how long it's been about?
It's been going a long, long time. We've got a very good reputation. We're very well known.
For sure.
It's built up over those years. We rehome around 300 cats a year.
300 cats a year?
Yeah, well, cats and kittens,
That's amazing. That really is.
Most of the ones we take in are ones that quite an emergency situation, so they do take a bit of time and care sometimes. And our volunteers and our fosterers spend time trying to re-socialise cats so that people will come along and they will be a bit more friendly and people would be more likely to take them into their home.
Yeah.
So that takes a lot of time
For sure.
and effort as well.
For sure.
But where we are at the moment, so the lady who set the rescue up is now, her and her husband have a lot of health issues and they need to sell their property to downsize to a bungalow, which leaves us in a position that we need to relocate our rescue.
Understand, right, okay.
And we're doing incredibly well.
You said some numbers before we got on video and I was massively impressed by that, although this is reality, a drop in the ocean.
No, but it's a very, very important drop in the ocean. We need as many drops as we can possibly get.
No, for sure. Do you mind touching on them numbers, what you said, where you're at the moment and what you sort of, your aim is as well? Because I think that's quite interesting for the viewers as well. So what was the number you were at, you mentioned a minute ago, 100?
Well, we started a fundraising campaign purely to fund what we've called our next chapter, which is where we need to move, where we need to move. And obviously to fund that new rescue wherever it will be. So we started fundraising about 18 months ago. And we have got, on our website, there's a page called The Next Chapter, which will take you to the fundraising page. And there's a list of everything that people have done and donated. Check that out, And it's pussycatlodge.co.uk.
There you go. Plug at the top of the screen now. And it will be in the description of this video, guys. Jokes aside, so you can go over and have a genuine look yourselves as well.
So, so we've raised, the last time I looked, it was around 126,000.
My brain can't, I said this to you a minute ago, my brain can't, £126,000 for such a great cause. I think it's mind-blowing.
Well, it is, and the thing is, all of that money goes towards caring for the cats and goes towards the future of building a new rescue where we continue to do all the work that we're doing, because if we didn't do that, then we're one rescue down.
I understand.
And considering all the cats that need help, that will have a big impact on the local community.
For sure.
So, we're working hard. We've got a lot of really good supporters. We're all volunteers that run the rescue, doing all the different jobs, from running quiz nights to running the website to, obviously doing the basic needs and the health and welfare of the cats.
Massive respect for that.
So we're all volunteers, so all the money isn't going into wages or anything like that. It's purely going to what we need to do to take care of the cats.
For sure. And what is the number you want to hit? Is there sort of a number in mind that eventually you want to hit that number to be able to do this? If you got...
Well, originally our dream really was to buy somewhere that we could convert into a new rescue. I mean, we would love to have been able to buy a little bungalow or something like that.
Oh, that'd be nice.
It would have been amazing, but unfortunately planning restrictions won't allow us to do any of that.
That makes complete sense. I get it.
So we actually really need a plot of land, and then we will just build a whole new rescue with all UPVC pens, hopefully, and design it exactly as we want it, with separate blocks for, because actually we're one of the only rescues that house feral cats as well.
Really? Right. Okay.
So a lot of rescues don't handle those. So we have actually got a dedicated feral pen at the moment, which we do want to continue, because otherwise we're not sure where they would go. And then we actually rehome those to farmland, to barns, to as mouses.
No, I get it.
So we find homes for those as well, homes that they're comfortable with, because they don't like to be too close to humans. So there's just so many different levels is what Pussycat Lodge does. It's
for sure. Nah, mate, I'm blown away, and thanks for coming down. I really do appreciate it. And like I said, I know it's just a little bit that we've obviously, myself, Dean, Karen, obviously got together, Carp Tech, and done what we've done. It really makes me smile. And like I said, generally, it's been lovely to hear the story behind it.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of effort's gone into it our end, but it's really nice to sort of obviously see the background behind the charity.
Yeah.
And on that note, if you're watching this, guys, and you are a pussycat lover, I'm a cat lover myself, and you do want to donate, like I said, I will put this in the description down below, so you can go over and support a great charity. So, what I'm going to do is just shake your hand, and thanks very much for coming down.
No, well, thank you for organising this, and for everyone who bought your tickets and and helped raise that amazing amount of money. So, no, thank you, and thank you guys as well.
There you go. There it is. There's Rachel, guys. Right then, guys, you joined me with Karen. Obviously, Karen and Dean are the lake owners, and we were lucky enough to obviously raise enough money, not for just one charity, but two. So I'm going to pass it over to you then, mate. Another £650, £1,300 in total, which is lovely that we've been able to do this together, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
It really is. So what's the charity about then, mate?
Well, I chose this charity. It's my son's, he works for Hope House, and the charity is called Adam Outreach. And it's to provide men, homeless men, in addiction, that otherwise wouldn't have a home. So it gives them a home, a safe place to be, while they come down from their addictions. And I think it's a really good cause.
No, 100%. Mental health is a massive thing. I mean,
Yes.
it's something I struggle with myself.
Yeah.
And, you know, every little helps. It truly does.
It does, yeah.
So, yeah.
This will be very well received.
Yeah.
And my son, as I say, works at Hope House, Ricky Bolden, and he does amazing work there. So which I'm very proud of.
No, I love that.
Yeah.
What I will say is obviously, again, I've mentioned I struggle with mental health, and I know a lot of people watching this video right now probably do as well. So if you want to support this, again, I'll put it in the description down below of this video, so you can go over and maybe donate some money towards a great charity as well. We really would appreciate it. So, yeah, thanks very much, mate. And thanks for having me down again, mate. It's lovely to see you. It really is. And
thank you for all you do.
No, and the lads have had a great time.
Yeah.
They truly have.
We all have, yeah.
It really has been lovely. And some lovely food.
Yeah.
Lovely. Right, so now, Dean, before we get into the nitty gritty bits, to be honest with you, I've been wanting to do this for about 4 years now, a long time. And I've got to thank you, mate, for everything you've done for me, letting me come down and obviously help create these events. You know, we've built a great relationship over the years, myself and Dean, and you know, he's even come down. We've met my own family. We've went out for meals. You know, a true one of my best mates. I'm not going to lie. Like it's and a real privilege to be at the Lake of Dreams. Yeah, I can't put that into words, mate. I mean, to see the lake evolve, even in this short period of time it's been here, it's just quite frankly unbelievable, mate. It really is, and yeah, well, amazing what you've done with it. It truly is. So everybody watching this is probably thinking, come on, I want to know fish stock, I want to know what it's like to own a lake from Dean's perspective, and that's what I think we'll jump into now, because it's not always just dig a hole in your back garden, mate, and just put some fish in there and then you're away, is it? It's far from that. Do you mind sort of touching on the early stages of it? You know, we'll start off with the early stages of it and sort of the depths you went into, if you don't mind.
Yeah, no, sure. It's most definitely a minefield in a way, because you've got to start right from the beginning, make sure that the ground that you're going to propose for your lake is going to hold water, of course. So you've got to go through that analysis first of all, of making sure you get your soil analysis done through a basis of trial holes, what they call trial holes or test holes, which they'll take a sample out and then they'll have that tested. Right. To see whether the clay or the ground is going to support that type of construction. So yeah, there are various hoops you've got to jump through, and more so now than it was when I had this done in 2016. So there's quite a lot to it, yeah. And then when you get through that process of knowing that you can dig a lake out, you've then got to get on board a detailed drawing to your local authority, because all these things need planning consent, for which you need a consultant on board, really, to put an application on your behalf.
And that you did, didn't you?
Yeah, and that involves all working drawings. You've got to provide a working drawing of how you're going to dig it out, where all the material's going to go when you dig out.
Wow.
How you're going to landscape the site.
Yeah.
You need a aquatic planting scheme, a foliage planting scheme. That's trees, plants that you're going to put around the lake. There's an awful lot involved in it, and then the geometry of where that lies within north, south, east and west, and where that would benefit different plants.
Maximising oxygen levels.
Maximising oxygen levels, prevailing wind. Yeah, if the science is quite in depth. I never thought there'd be so much to it. It's
unbelievable. And I do like the fact that you did keep a little island in the middle. I love that you've done that. It's not just a hole, there's a lot more to it. And also, which I love about yourself, Dean, you've looked at it from like a fisherman's perspective. because it's an egg box, isn't it? There's craters, there's bits that you can fish, there's bars, there's round the back of the margins. You've got bits that drop in, haven't you? You really have thought about it, but I love that you've done that as well. So, the question everybody's probably sat there on their sofas right now with their phones or watching on the TV, the stock levels. We'll start with the stock levels and then we'll move on to your ambitions for the future with the Lake of Dreams. So talk to me, mate.
So on the stock levels, yeah, sure. So what I wanted predominantly was to put English type fish, if you can call English type fish, but fish that were sort of quite long in the body.
Yeah.
Very fish shape, not small heads and great big shoulders. They're fish that I prefer.
Yeah.
So originally we went for hand-picked fish, obviously, fish that have been farmed. I did a little bit of research into it, found front fish down in Devon. They were, I think, a good supplier of fish.
They're
Neil
beautiful
down
fish
there.
as well.
So I bought some from him, 20-pounders mainly. I bought some from another strain I chose was the Mid-Kent sort of strain, which has got some Fisher Pond strain in them as well.
Yeah.
Through Mark Harrison, through Alan,
Yeah.
and the owner. And I bought some fish from him, which I thought were cracking fish.
Yeah.
And they've done very well in here. We also had some frying fish from just up the road, out of one of their stock ponds. And yeah, so that's pretty much it really on the actual strains that I put in here. And
A-team, should we touch on them? So your A-team in the lake. So DME being one of them, we'll go between us. I'll say one, you say one. DME has got to be up there. It's arguably the biggest fish in the lake, tell me if I'm wrong.
DME came out this year 42.8.
You're seeing pictures on the screen now, guys. This fish is just unbelievable. Like, what fish is that? A front fish?
That's from Front Fish. That was from Neil.
Right.
That's one of his fish, and that's a crazy fish. It's just growing and growing. It's got a very large frame on it. It's a very long fish. I mean, you can see in the pictures I sent you how that fills up the cradle.
Yeah.
And I think that fish is going to be a good possible
It's
50.
competitor, shall we say.
Yeah.
Next up, what other ones?
Jessie.
Jessie.
Named after...
that's the common.
That's the common name, named after my cat that died. A little cat called Jessie that used to follow me all around the lake every night.
Oh, lovely, mate. I didn't know that. See, I'm learning here as well.
He's buried just over there by the side of
that.
the lake. We thought that was a fitting place to bury him. And he would follow me literally round every night. And we named a common after him, which is Jessie. And
it's a lovely common as well.
She now's 40 pound. Yeah, she's gone 40 pound plus 8 ounces. So that's another one, yeah.
So I think another one on my end is, and definitely a standout fish for me, is Queenie.
Queenie's a beautiful fish.
What a carp, mate.
Yeah, she's a lovely fish. She's a frying fish. She came from Chris, and I think she's top weight is 38 pounds, I think, or maybe
38. Yeah, I think that's what Ian had it at, wasn't it?
37.10, I think she was when Ian had her.
Right. Okay.
But she's a very.
Oh no, it's come out since, hasn't it? Yeah. No, you are right. Yeah.
And Neil Spooner came up and caught her.
He did.
He did. And he was taken by her. She's just a wonderful fish. Yeah.
It truly is. So you got DME, Queenie, Jessie, and then we can't forget Measles.
Measles.
Yeah. That's arguably.
Strange
it's got
name.
like this sort of cool, like little red mark, but throughout the time of the year, I've had that fish a couple of times now, but throughout the time of the year, it's sort of it gets a little bit redder, and then it sort of almost disappears, doesn't it, as well? And then certain times it comes back, but it's a wicked fish.
Yeah, she's, as you're absolutely right, she's got this like a red pigmentation on her cheek.
That's a better way of putting it across.
Yeah, and it sort of stays there, and it looks like sort of like a measles type of thing.
It really.
And so that's why she was called measles.
And
but
that's done £40?
£40 8, yeah, this year, and she's still growing. And she's a fish from Frying again.
Is it?
Yeah, fish that we put in at about 16.5 pounds.
Yeah, but they're flying. See, that's mad. So a fish that you've put some fish in at £30, but yet the £16. Because Queenie, like you just mentioned, that went in at £20. Was it around that sort?
Yeah, around about
and that's
£20.
just flown up, isn't it? Madness.
In a short period of time.
How many 30s?
About 25 to 30s, but that could be changing all the time.
Yeah, lost for words. It is changing all the time, and then just thrown in the mix here again. No names as such yet, but you've got some lovely ziplins in there as well. You've got some sort of sporadic scale ones as well, some big moon apple slice scales at the back of them, really dark ones. I know Pete's had a couple of them as well, and fair play to him. He comes up here a lot. And again, I'll pop some of them pictures up on the screen now. I know another fish as well that you've put on, it's got like these two like circles in the middle of it, and I don't think that fish has come up. I don't know if you recall the fish that I'm talking about, but it's got, I remember the pictures, especially the other day, because I was showing the lads earlier, going flicking through, as you do, like, yeah, look at this one, look at this one. And it's got like these almost like circle bits in the middle of it, but I don't think that fish has come out. But I think when on the stocking, I think it was 32 or 33, something like that. Yep. Big fish. And I think we'll finish it off, Dean, with ambitions, because this is funny, because obviously you've been brutal, and we'll touch on biomass just before we do touch on that, because obviously your ambitions are to get this 50-pounder, right? Am I right in saying that? And what did you do, mate, beginning of the winter last year, wasn't it, when you stripped a lot? Was it this year? You took a hell of a lot of fish out to help with that biomass to bring the other fish on.
So 2 years ago, I was fortunate enough to get in contact with Gary Bays.
Yeah.
And Gary was kind of a hero of mine when I was growing up and in the fishing world back in the 90s. And I got to know Gary, and he's been extremely helpful to me. He said to me, what is your vision with the lake? I said to him, I want to get some really nice big fish in this lake. So he said, well, look, you're going to have to be brutal. You're going to have to net the lake. I can net it for you. We need to get a lot of the biomass out, and then you can start a feeding program, which he suggested to me, the type of pellet to use, etc., etc. So he very much mentored me with the lake at that particular time, and still does. I mean, as
He's
you
been
know,
down today, isn't he?
He was down today, yeah. Gary's a great guy. And we did the netting. We took about 1.5 tons of fish out of here.
That's madness.
And they were all predominantly home-bred fish. So we had a lot of, by then we had, by the time going back to when we stocked the fish, we had now up to the point where Gary came into the picture, a lot of C3s, C4s, and even some
sort of
C5.
4 or 5 pound commons?
Well, yeah, and also up to, a lot of fish up to 20 pound and above.
That's mad, isn't it?
So in the first winter, which was 2 winters ago, we took out 1.5 tons, which was predominantly doubles, lots of some singles, and a couple of 19s and 20s, which was really hard for me to do, if you can imagine. 19 pound fully scaled, well, it's not growing much, you've got to get rid of it. So we documented all the original stock, went through everything that was already put in, checking their weights as well. Any stunted ones, we thought, right, they've given them a chance, we'll take those out. They went out, and then we took out a lot of the homebred fish. Following winter, we did it again, and we did it over 2 days. So Gary was netting the lake over 2 days and about 7 drag-throughs. And then the following year, or the year previous, about 6 or 7 drag-throughs to try and get as much as the biomass out again. So last winter we took about, I think it was just about nearly 1 ton last year. And that was all predominantly really big fish. That was fish, and dare I say it, we took everything out under 23 pound. 23 pounds. So
it's still a big fish, like, isn't it? 23.
We took a lot of 20s out, and it was mad because I'm standing there looking at all these 20s and thinking, but he said to me, look, you've just got to do it. If you want to get the big fish and get the ones that we do know are growing quicker, then you've got to hang on to those because they're proven they're going well. Yeah. And these other ones you've got to take out. So we took them out, and he asked me, what was your vision? I said, well, I want a 50-pounder, like everyone.
I love his smile when it's like 50-pounder.
Who doesn't want a 50-pounder? I mean, to me, that's magical. And when we were going through the years, you know, we did our first 30, and that was magical. Yeah. Or even though we'd put a couple of 30s in. But now, then we got a 40 like this year, and that's just been mind-blowing. And now I'm pressing on. So like 1.5 tons of aloe aqua pellet went in here last year, the best. Yeah. That they do. Coarse pellet, of course, in the spring and in the autumn time, and a bit through the winter. Bit of barley, bit of rolled barley, bit of cooked oats and stuff like that with it as well. Maize. And so what we're doing now, 1.5 tons ordered this year, another 1.5 tons with coarse pellet as well. And next year, going on, because 3 years ago I was only feeding them about 5-6 kilo 10 kilo a week. Now we're putting 80 kilo a week in.
Yeah, that's madness, dude.
Give or take. And the fish is just...
It's mad, isn't it? What happens when you feed a fish?
Yeah.
It's just absolutely crazy.
But you've got to keep an eye on, it's all very well growing them, but you've got to also totally manage what your water's doing, which is, again, Gary's input was on that. Get yourself a decent test kit. Don't buy yourself a Mickey Mouse one, get a proper one. You're going to test all your nitrates.
You do that on a daily basis, right?
Sorry?
You do that on a daily basis. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, daily basis. Oxygen, I mean, my oxygen levels in here are crazy good because of the spring fed.
Yeah.
It's very open up here, as you can see. We get a lot of wind on the water.
Yeah.
So we're very fortunate with oxygen levels. Our dissolved oxygen levels really never go under 8.
Right.
So my nitrates are good.
Yeah.
pH is good.
Yeah.
And the ammonia, the critical one, is keeping an eye on that ammonia as well to make sure that you've not got food that's not eaten, that's turning rancid.
Yeah.
And also what the fish are pooing out as well.
Yeah, gotcha.
So,
well, hopefully we're sat here in 2 or 3 years' time from now, mate. You've got that magical 50. And I'm going to put it on you, and we'll watch this back or overlay the footage in a couple of years' time. What fish do you reckon is going to hit that £50 mark first?
I think undoubtedly DME.
You reckon?
Yeah. Can I just tell you a quick story about DME?
Go on.
DME is after a dear friend of ours that a few people know, including myself. I got quite close to him at one time because he was doing things that I was trying to help him with. Unfortunately, he took his own life. Only a young fella. I won't go into the whole story, but it was a tragedy. And we called this fish DME after him.
That's lovely, Dean. Yeah, sorry to hear that, mate. Yeah.
That's his initials. And yeah, he fished here once.
Did he?
Yeah.
Did he? Well, hopefully DME is that first fish that goes £50, and that truly would put a smile on my face, mate.
That would be a smile on his face.
Yeah,
up there as
for
well,
sure,
because,
for sure.
He was a mad fisherman, loved carp fishing. Very tragic, and this is why mental health is very dear to us. I think we all agree if we can get out in the countryside and fish, it so much helps people.
Yeah, mate, for sure.
From all this technology that we're constantly being bombarded with, kids on their phones all day, just looking down at phones, going like this. This is just something which is so creative
Peaceful.
for young minds.
Being at one with nature. I think if you took fishing away from me, Dean, I would be an ill man.
Yeah.
I need it in my life. I need it like yourself, you know.
I've suffered from mental health myself.
Yeah, I'd need it in my life. It's just nice, and like you said, even if you're not with people, and even if you're on your own, sat there, even if I'm not catching sometimes, mate, I just sit there and think, I'm one happy man, you know. I'm very lucky. I'm even can sit on the bank and fish. So yeah, no, it's lovely, mate. It truly is. So.
No, it's a wonderful thing to do, and I think, and girls, of course, and we had young Tallulah up today. I mean, what a wonderful kid.
Yeah.
And you know, I spoke to her and her dad, and you know, and she's well into her carp fishing.
Oh, isn't she?
And it's great to see the girls coming into it as well, because they in turn suffer from mental health themselves.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, it's not just the guys; the girls suffer as well.
I agree.
With all their stuff that they have to, the pressure on these young kids today.
Totally get it.
And I think the girls coming into the carp world is brilliant.
100% agree with you, mate. And if there's anything we can do as Parker Baits, and like your end as well, I'm all for supporting that, and especially the younger generation, and especially the ladies as well.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So, mate, I'm going to shake your hand. It's always a pleasure, Dean. It truly is,
Cheers,
mate.
Ben.
And thanks for having that little chat with us. And I'm sure you've taken it. Get in the comments down below if you've taken anything away from that. I mean, I certainly have, and like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing what Dean does over the duration of the next couple of years. And like I said, we can maybe recreate this in 2-3 years' time from now and go, there it is, new lake record, £52 for DME. Lovely, bloomin' jubbly. Well, I'm not going to lie, that touched me a little bit, that conversation, and I've learnt a little bit myself there. I didn't realise where the names of the fish come from, so I've definitely learnt from that, and I really do hope you guys enjoyed that as well. As you can see, the darkness is falling and we're coming into that sort of witching hour now, and it's going to be very interesting to see what the lads can make happen tonight. You know, is it going to throw up a DME? Is it going to throw up a Queenie tonight? Is it going to throw up a Measles tonight? Who knows? But wouldn't it be lovely to see one of them after talking about it? But for now, I'm going to let this darkness come in. I'll probably update you before bed. And obviously, if anything comes out throughout the night, I'll be round with the camera and we'll try and get some footage. But yeah, magical moment here at the Lake of Dreams. It's been lovely that we've been able to raise some money for charities as well, 2 great causes, and to be able to speak about them as well on video. But yeah, I'm going to leave it at that, and I'll touch base with you later on. Right then guys, you can just about see me there, but I am literally sat in my car at the moment. I've just set the bed chair up. I'm going to get some sleep on the bed chair. But for now, I'm going to get my head down. I'm absolutely knackered, to be honest with you. It's been a busy day. I've been non-stop, non-D, doing bits and bobs and obviously going around creating this video. So hopefully you like what you've seen so far, and hopefully you see me soon for an absolute nosser pig on the bank. Good night for now. Fingers crossed, baby. Uneventful night for the lads around the lake, and it's now 9:30, believe it or not. This morning I went round, popped round, had a chat with everyone. Not really any occurrences at all. Ian and Peg, one had a couple of bleeps, and that's really been about it. So yeah, definitely not a lake where they're crawling up your lines. I mean, when you turn out, you think, oh, it's quite small, like it's going to be easy, but the Lake of Dreams is far from that. It truly is. So yeah, I'm a little bit gutted it's all over, if I'm honest with you, but I'll probably touch base with you nearer the end. But for now, I just wanted to give you a bit of an update. Like I said, throughout the night, nothing. This morning, nothing. That sun is definitely coming up. I've got my t-shirt back on. It's getting hot already. I slept under the stars last night on my bed chair. And from about 6 onwards, I was like, oh, it's getting a bit hot when that sun comes up. So that sort of woke me up. And yeah, like I said, lovely to be back, but also a bit gutted to be leaving. So yeah, I'll update you between now and sort of 10 o'clock, but hopefully something happens, miraculously happens, or one of the big ones sort of slip up maybe in that sort of period of time. Could happen, anything can happen, you know how it is. So yeah, for now, I'm going to enjoy the last half an hour and I'll update you before I leave. See you in a bit. Right, well, there it is. Unfortunately, none of the lads managed to make it happen in that last half an hour. But hopefully you've liked this video, guys. I certainly have. It's been a pleasure being back down the Lake of Dreams. So if you have liked this video, give us a thumbs up. Make sure you comment down below. Smash that subscribe button so you don't miss any videos going forward. And I'll see you all very soon. Peace out.